YouTube, hello, it is I, your cult leader, your cult father, your cult daddy, Keronzi, back once again. We are returning to the land of Eorzea. We are going to say hello at some point today, hopefully, to Snack Mummy Goddess. So enjoy. Now that we've got everyone out, because we all know no one watches this. Though if you're watching this, you're already subscribed. That's the only reason why you would be watching this still at this point. It doesn't matter to you. But if you're not subscribed, what are you doing? Why are you here? Subscribe. Do it. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong that you haven't already left. That you haven't already vacated this video. Because I know you. You'll have already have left. You wouldn't have hit like. You wouldn't have left a comment. You can prove me wrong. By the end of the video, probably at the end of the video, I will have said a trigger word. And you just need to put the trigger word in the chat to prove me wrong. You won't. I know you. I know you. Anyway,
What are you on about?
Huh?
I was trying to figure out what this bit was. What is this bit?
What bit? What bit? There's no bit. It's the truth. Anyway,
no only Zool.
Like, comment, subscribe. Helps the channel grow, gets noticed by the algorithm. There are links down below. There is the Lord of Dix Merchel. There is my throne list. They help me out a ton if you want to click on them. There are links to Mr. Mox's channel, to Chalk's channel. Go and give them some follows because they're fantastic content creators and they deserve the love more than I. Go over there, go and click those links, go and drop a follow on their Twitch pages. Or, you know, my Twitch is down there. You could probably stop by while we're live. The next time I'm live, probably I'll be looking at doing a reaction to the Nintendo Direct that's this week.
The Nintendo Direct this week?
Yes, there is. It is on Thursday, and it is going to be about Mario Kart World. They announced it during the Nintendo Direct 2. I mean, unless I completely misread what they were saying, what they were planning, but I mean, I'm fairly certain there is one this week. Anyway, that's enough of that. We're raising money for the Hyrule stuff. Hyrule, just because I saw Hyrule Warriors. For the Legend of Zelda stuff, so you could get me doing a cosplay. Gifting me some subs, just dropping a sub or something, let me know. Just any money made is going towards those games. I don't think there's anything else. There's the Ocarina. You could get that. Well, YouTube, you won't see that playing probably, maybe. Not yet, at the very least. Not until I can get it sorted that chat can redeem something and try and play a song in a certain time limit. But I got to work out how that works. I don't think I can do that. We'll see, though. Anyway. I've got no idea what we're doing because we are missing a Shin for the moment. He is here, but he's running a bit behind. And Mox should be going to try and catch up with the stuff and the things.
I will be, but I'm still finishing up this raid.
You're still stuck in the world of darkness.
People do be silly, it turns out.
People do be silly.
Oh man, I just got a whole new set of clothes. I am so much more dangerous than I was a second ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm now level 60, which means all of my level 60
Oh.
armor from the Idleshire
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
The weapon, the armor. That is just a major stat boost.
Um. Oh, I know what I could potentially do. I got the Easter things to do.
I also have these things to do.
I'm not sure where it starts. It might be Limsa.
These things tend to live in Limsa, so.
It's not. I think it might be Grindania.
You mean the forest where you can hide eggs?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, I can explain to you the horrors.
Oh.
Yes. So last night, right? I had two things I had to do when I got home, right? One
Yeah.
of those things was the MSQ for FF14, which I failed, unfortunately. I gave it the college try, but unfortunately just did not quite work out because of holiday stuff. And the other thing was I needed to put away the dishes. Those were the two things I was sworn to do, right?
Right.
So we got home. We had dinner, which was some fast food that we had picked up on our way out from work. And we were lounging in the living room, being comfortable and rested. And I made the off joke about how I was so comfy I could just fall asleep. Things like that. Stu warned me, no, you've got things to do, you can't do that. And so took it upon themselves to enact a curse upon me. So instead of trying to get me up by, I don't know, being a kind and polite or anything, they decided to take our PlayStation controller, go to my YouTube account specifically, and started to flood it with AI created children's videos. Just on blast, on loop.
That is a cruel and unusual punishment.
A horrible and unusual punishment. And it kept going. And it kept going. And what's worst of all is, like, they knew. They knew damn well when they were looking at everything what they were doing. Until clearly they had had enough of it and they just turned the thing off. And just looked at me with just a solemn smugness. Never mind the fact that my YouTube account has now been stained by this AI shit.
Stained is not a good enough word. It's poisoned.
Poisoned.
Oh my god.
I have seen things, Ronzi. I have seen the horrors. I saw a child grow a third arm There was a bat person for some reason. The sky became grapes. The
Strawberries
7 little
inverted
monkeys
themselves.
on the seesaw.
Why are people showing their kids these things?
Because they're not caring what the kids are watching.
This looks child-friendly. Here, you can do that while I go and do something else.
Well, I mean, yeah, no, they clearly weren't, because if they were, they wouldn't be asking for governments across the globe to police the internet.
I got Clockwork Orange with a bunch of AI-created children's dribble.
Not having breeding licenses for humans was a mistake.
They came for him and I did nothing.
They did nothing. What I do know is that for what they did, Snoo is going to pay. They're going to pay dearly. Even after their concrete and cement tomb has been found, it will take at least 1,000 years before the radioactivity becomes survivable. And even then, they'll be the next elephant's foot after the world has given Snoo their just dues.
Someone from an 80s disco just ran past me, or a 70s disco.
Are they like flashing?
Well, no. But it's clear that they were probably on their way to a 70s disco or something like that. Ba-da.
I forgot I have to
Why
now.
does... That name rings a bell.
What's the name?
Aleppo?
Does sound familiar, but I couldn't tell you from where.
Gilly Aleppo has a great deal to say about Hatching Tide. In pursuit of excellence. Hatching Tide is upon us once more. I hope the season finds you in excellent, battle. I was about to say fertile then. I'm like, what? What? My name is Gilly Aleppo, and I lead this annual celebration. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. May I ask your name? Well, Ilya, I hope this is the beginning of a firm friendship. While I have your attention, allow me to expound upon the nature of this year's festivities. Hatching Tide has its origins in the days before the 7th Umbral Calamity, when 12 sages of an era past appeared before me in a startling vision. I've been visited by such dreams ever since, and this year was no exception. I saw a great mass of eggs as vivid as those before you now, borne aloft unto the heavens. Making dreams manifest has never failed to lend wonders to Hatching Tide before. So needless to say, I intend to bring my latest vision to life. Speaking of which, the eggs I commissioned ought to arrive any moment now. Oh, Jilly! It's a disaster! The cart toppled over en route. Thankfully the driver was unscathed, but I can't say the same for the eggs. Good heavens! I'm glad to hear the poor driver was unharmed, but without the eggs, how are we to breathe life into my dream? Don't worry, I'll simply fashion some more eggs myself. Though to create the What?
Fashion the eggs themselves. What?
Yeah, they're going to fashion the eggs themselves. They're going to dress them up. Put them on a catwalk. Have them do an entire fashion show. Though to create the quantity required will take time. We have already, and we're already facing at least a minor delay at this point. If only I could assign someone to help you. Alas, the other dreamers are busy enough as it is. And I must see to the scheduled alterations myself. But wait, Ilya, perhaps you'd be willing to lend a hand? It's a pleasure to meet you, adventurer. I do hope you'll consider helping us get Hatching Tide back on track. Well, I'm here as I've been conscripted. Thank you. The first order of business will be procuring more of the necessary egg supplies from the merchant. Our supplier should be in the market. He's a burly fellow, so he won't be difficult to spot. We can only hope he's got enough stock. Papaya. I mean, that music's not getting annoying at all. Quite literally called Burly Merchant. Ah! Yeah, that dreamer was here before, ain't you? Alright, old mess, to be sure. Afraid I'm all out of supplies you need, though. Uh-oh. Is there really nothing you can do for us? Well, I do have some tatty old odds and ends here. Surplus wares. That might be of use. If you want them, they're all yours. Might not be exactly what you needed, but I'm sure you can cobble something together with these. The storage fees were eating into me prof. I mean, I'd rather see him put to good use. You were about to say profits, sir. When I ordered the initial batch of supplies, I remember thinking what a kind fellow he was. He certainly proved me right. Any road, we'd better take stock of what he's given us. Let's see. This leather looks durable. We have some metal springs and rings that could do for a mechanism of some sort. And these lengths of timber could be cut down to a more portable size. I think these herbs and resins are used to concoct water repellent alchemical solutions. Never tried it myself, but there's a first time for everything. Besides that, there are plenty of bits and bobs. We should have no trouble when it comes to decoration. Unfortunately, we won't be able to recreate the eggs Jill Lee saw in her dream with these. We could make something far easier to get off the ground though. Parasols! The trick will be making them look eggy enough. Any round object looks like an egg from far enough away. It's science! The shell makes the egg, okay, as they say. Do they say that? Any road, we should paint them. I'm not going to go with the science one because it's not science.
Yeah, science.
Science. You're right, with some festive patterns on the outer canopy and a convincingly eggy structure, the parasols might just make for a worthy replacement. Parasols are a sight more fiddly than your standard egg though. With just the two of us, production will take far too long. So we'll need to enlist further help, just as I did with you. Fortunately, the guild artisans should be less likely to balk at our request for parasol parts than a rush order of a myriad of eggs, particularly if we supply the materials. Now, let us first pay a visit to the Leatherworkers Guild. I'm sure they'll be able to transform our leather into something fit for a canopy. She might make bondage gear for us. Yeah, no, they quite clearly are going for a disco, seeing as they're in a guild called Disco.
It could be anything.
Could be Disco Stew.
Could be. Back.
Hi, Giva. Ah, if it isn't Ilya, you must be the adventure assistant Nonota spoke of. She was just informing me of your plight. Many of our apprentices are looking forward to the Hatching Tide celebrations. You should have the guild's aid, although I'm afraid we lack some of the resources needed for your leather to work your leather into parasol canopies. The material is water resistant to a degree, but nevertheless porous. Untreated, it will degrade over time and begin to rot, but our stock of coating is perilously low at the moment. If it's a water repellent you're after, say no more. We just so happen to have the necessary ingredients, so I can see to its preparation. In the meantime, would you take this timber over to the Carpenters Guild and request that they craft the parasol frame? We can meet up by the Black Rabbit Trader's stall anon. Nope, that's the wrong way. That's also the wrong way. I don't know where I'm going. I'm completely lost. Hi, Beaton. Why do you stand there like a frightened schoolchild? If you need something, speak. Why? What the? Alright, Beaton. Parasol frames? A task not beyond your own skill, no doubt. Would the imminence of the holiday not force you to compromise their quality? You have done well to seek aid, Ilya, and you shall have it. The younglings in the acorn orchard await the festivities. For their sake, no effort will be spared in the Parasol's preparation. We shall commence work right away. Let your associates know that the Carpenters Guild has the matter in hand. I trust everything went well at the Carpenters Guild. I've just placed an order for the alchemical solution and a few other things beside. The next step will be to piece all the parts together into a prototype parasol. I'll bring the prototype over to Jilly once I've finished. So you can go ahead and wait with her. Alrighty then. Welcome back, Ilya. You'll be pleased to hear that I've adjusted the schedule to accommodate our little mishap, and it's all set to proceed. How fares the egg? What egg? Substituting parasols for eggs? What a wonderful idea! I can hardly wait to see what Nonota cooks up for a prototype. Though, wait, we must. Nonata will surely be along any moment now. Sorry to keep you both waiting. Allow me to present you with the first Archon Egg Parasol. And someone who needs to get their nuts cracked. Get banned. What a fine example of ingenuity. It's magnificent. I'm so glad you approve. With your blessing, I'll begin producing more to distribute. In the meantime, we find ourselves at a loose end. But we cannot let Nonota outstrip us in hatching Tide Spirit. There must be more we can do. Let's show your parasol to the townsfolk. But of course, we ought to promote our newest addition to the festivities. If we tell even a few Grindanians that these gorgeous accoutrements will be available to those who celebrate with us, word will spread of its own accord. With that in mind, I shall keep mine unfurled and on display. You use your adventurer's instincts to identify those most in need of egg-themed accessories. I don't really know how that works, but okay. Oh, to have her accompany me. Okay. The market is always busy. Let's look for potential celebrants there. Gotta run fast.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast. Discuss the decorator of Barterus. We dreamers are responsible for all the decorations you see throughout the city. Take that basket over there, for instance. I came up with the idea and Nanota worked her magic to create the final product. When I think back to the very first Hatchling Tide, I marveled at how popular the occasion became. I have so many people to thank for their efforts, including yourself. Egg appreciator. Okay. I say, madam, you must tell me where I might acquire a splendid parasol like unto your own. At our Hatching Tide event, of course. How about it? Will you join us at the amphitheater? I'd be delighted. As a true connoisseur of eggs, both decorative and edible, I attend annually in hopes of glimpsing ovoid perfection. And this parasol surpasses my every imagining. Such elegance. Such egginess. Okie dokie. Why, that parasol is an absolute delight. It's not often you see that level of craftsmanship paired with such a decorative flair. This might be the finest egg-inspired apparel I've ever seen. Might I ask who was responsible for this masterpiece? The Leatherworkers Guild, the Carpenters Guild, Black Rabbit Traders, and our Dreamers all had their parts to play. And if you join us in celebrating Hatching Tide, you can receive one just like it. I should have known the Guild's artisans were involved. If it means getting my hands on a parasol, I'd be more than happy to take part in the festivities. Heavens above, is that adorable parasol fashioned after an Archon egg? Exquisite, isn't it? If you join us at the amphitheater, you will receive one just like it. For years, I have searched for a parasol as daring, as darling as an egg. Getting sunburned and soaked by turns, and you offer me one free of charge? 'Tis a Hatching Tide miracle. I expect those three will sell all and sundry about our parasols. Our work here is done. Congratulations, Covalency. You are first. Well, that went rather swimmingly. You clearly have an eye for egg connoisseurs. I shall go and see how many attendees are gathered at the amphitheater. Feel free to join us when you have a moment. How are you doing, sir? I hope you're doing well. Back to the amphitheater we go.
Y'shtola's in danger, no.
Boy, Y'shtola. Better save her.
Or Y'shtola. I got to save her. Or even another person with the echo.
Look, Ilya. Isn't the sight of those parasols simply marvelous? Eggs held aloft, just as if in my dream. Hooray, we did it, Jahil. Or Jilly, sorry.
You seem too tired to even gnaw. You did not get a whole lot of sleep last night, did you?
We
You're just,
certainly
like,
did.
tiredly gnawing.
We shall officially declare this hatching tide a success. Hold that thought. You've yet to see the half of it. My center? I'm not quite sure I follow. Quite a few of my customers asked about your parasols. More than can comfortably gather here, in fact. Nevertheless, I took the liberty of handing out stock to those who came inquiring. With how many left my stall with a smile on their face and a parasol in hand, the whole city is awash in floating eggs. That's incredible. To think that the parasols are bringing joy even beyond our celebration. Wait, Jilly. They're one and the same, aren't they? The celebration has spread across the city, borne by a great mass of floating eggs. You're right. I was intent on gathering people here, but the eggs in my dream were far too numerous to contain in one place. They were always meant to be seen far and wide. That our original plans met with misfortune was a blessing in disguise, for we've touched the hearts of more people than I dared to imagine. There's no doubt in my mind this will go down as a hatching tide to remember. Black Rabbit traders shall continue to distribute parasols to those who ask. They may be free of charge, but they're drawing business in spades. Nonota told me how to assemble them, so I can prepare as many as necessary. Truly, where would we be without your ingenuity, Nonota? I couldn't have done it without our able adventurer. Ah, that reminds me, I have something for you, Ilya. That's the very second parasol I ever made. After Jilly's, of course. I thought it fitting that you receive it. With eggs aloft across the city, all that's left is to enjoy the festivities. Your work may have finished, Ilya, but Hatching Tide most certainly hasn't. So, I'm good just catching up on some games, finally having fiber internet so I can stream stuff without downloading for hours. Nice!
Welcome to the modern world.
I don't even have fiber.
We do. We barely have fiber, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to make some calls and inquire about mine, to be honest.
They kind of installed it in the area just as we moved to where we did.
Ah, okay.
And then there were people walking around with flyers and things and being like, yo, look at this cool new internet. And we're like, you know, we would like the cool new internet, please.
Our old provider sucks. We would love a new provider.
One cup of internet, please.
There's a little box on the outside of my door that's meant to be for, like, fiber internet. Quite literally, they installed them on the outside of every single door in the apartment complex. And they
just installed in our wall.
They send me like letters every now and then, like, hey, do you want to move to our service? And I'm like, no, because my provider should be providing me with this service, and they're not. I need to inquire with them before I do anything. Mox, there was a quest line that Shin would like you to do.
Me specifically.
Yes, because I've already done it.
Ah, well.
Are you still in Castrum Orens?
I am in. I am in Gurabania, Rogers Reach.
Oh, okay, you've gone to Ralga's Reach. I believe you will eventually come back to Orens. So that's fine. The quest giver is in Orens.
Let me finish this part of the MSQ I'm on, and then I can see about it.
Sure, sure.
I need to go to Castellum Corby. That's near Orens.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know what you're doing then. Yeah, do you want to come and do this first, then?
I suppose. Who do I talk to?
Brookstone here? Do you have a quest, something to do with the truth?
No, I have a good role model and gross encounters.
So you've done that first. Have you done the entire quest line that he gives for the blue quest, then?
Blue?
Yes. The first one would have
Okay.
given you the Aether Current.
I do have an Aether Current quest here. Already completed. I have 2 Aether Current quests here completed, actually.
Give me a moment. So, he should give you... Yeah, he gives you the quest, The Hidden Truth. And it should give you a number, like a few quests in a quest line, essentially. Do you have any quests going in this area currently? Other than the MSQ one?
No.
Do you have any blue quests on the map?
No.
Then you've probably done them all. The quest that is dealing with a chemical weapon. If you remember doing that quest line when you first came through here, all those months ago.
Okay. Where the hell would I find it?
Okay, so if you go to your journal, you can probably go to
search for truth.
Yes.
No, I'm not seeing anything like that.
Okay, so if you go into side quests,
Side quests.
and then change it to the Gar Arbania quests.
The honest truth.
I think the honest truth is the last in the line.
Yeah, I've done that one already.
Okay, fair enough. If you've done that, then that's fine. Because yeah, that deals with a chemical weapon that the Garleans were making,
Yeah.
and where Gaius becomes based Gaius.
I have already done that.
Okay.
I believe what ended up happening is that when we got to this place and we were running around, Shin pointed it out, and while you were catching up to where I was doing that quest line.
Right, okay. Yeah, I only done it on Friday.
Now I'm catching up to you. Oh hey, I've got a hunt over here if you want to help me with that real quick.
Sure. I really should pick up the hunts for this week or something. Where are you?
Just down the road. Don't know if you'll be able to see me on the map, but we could form a party real quick, so you could. My coordinates are 12.4, 18.4. Hello.
Oh. Do you have to kill this burb?
Yeah. Get it. Got an achievement for it too. Slay 10 ranked B elite marks.
Oh, nice.
Hello.
Hello. Still getting used to this big ass
Hello.
screen.
Hello.
Apparently, you wanted me to do a quest thing that I've already done.
You have already done that.
Yes,
Okay.
you've already done that quest chain.
Cool. So you know
would
about Guardian biological weapon testing.
Yes. Oh, Chin, do you know what I got for my birthday?
It wasn't Guardian biological testing, was it?
It might have something to do with it, funny enough. I have the Encyclopedia Eorzea.
Ah.
I got it for my birthday. Oh, I think I have to do a solo instance. I do.
Yeah, probably.
So I can never level on this. Oh, most likely. Probably not, but I'm gonna try it.
What are you doing?
It's telling me I'm below the recommended level to do this quest line as a red mage, damn it.
I mean, you probably could try. Probably wouldn't work
Yeah,
well.
I'm just gonna go and do it as a paladin. It'll be fine. But no, yeah, I've been reading that, and I'm pretty sure that there are spoilers in that book.
I would have thought so. I don't know whether they do editions which update with each expansion, but
Not sure myself.
yeah, if it's a version that includes anything post Stormblood, then technically, yeah, there will be spoilers.
Yes, the Stormblood stuff is in this, and I think Shadowbridge stuff is in this.
Right.
don't think Endwalker stuff is in it, but...
So, what's on your agenda for this evening, Ronzi?
Oh, waiting for Mox to catch up with the MSQ, which he almost has.
Getting there.
So I'm just doing hunts while I'm waiting. I acquired the parasol from the hatching tide. And that's about it.
Right. I need to do the Easter. Did it have the song when you did
Yes,
the
it
Easter
did.
event? So much trauma.
Papaya.
Stop it. No. Don't understand. I've had 12 years of this.
It's like a Monster Hunter fan having the goddamn cooking song stuck in their brain.
True.
Tasty.
Tasty! Those poor bastards on the hunt for that particular sound clip in one.
Yeah, this game was mean about it.
One spot in particular.
Uh-huh.
Don't forget to turn golden source to stuff in before reset if you didn't already. What
Reset?
golden source? What golden source to stuff? I haven't set foot in the golden saucer in like a month or something.
Same.
You know, being sick, you kind of just fall off with keeping up with that stuff. Fashion report is like 10k MGP just to turn up. Oh yeah, that's true.
Fashion report stuff.
That's true. But I mean, like, I just haven't done any of that in I don't know how long.
Sometimes it's fun being a tank and just out-tanking a boss. Just watching their health go down, where mine hasn't even taken anything. This is my free. You're not taking this from me. Yeah, I am. The plot dictates that I'm going to succeed.
It's that solo instance.
Meet my new friend, she said. Is it the funny, glowy energy? Because if it's the funny, glowing energy, I'm not very impressed. I've met this friend before. 5% health left. You are really, really going off about my defeat when you're about to die. Yep, there it goes. My full strength, you should just see me here as a viper. Just a lowly paladin.
It's just a damage sponge right now.
I'm just a sponge. So
He is a sponge.
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Mox is sponge. Confirmed.
As
Absorbing
Mox living a
everything.
pineapple under the sea.
No. I drown.
Yeah, he's not. He's not one of these water-breathing sponges.
There are no terrestrial sponges.
There are now.
There are now. You clearly
Not with
haven't
that
had me.
attitude.
I mean, they're the type that if you take them out of the water, they're the sponge, just a different type.
Sponge.
Sponge, my boy, me bog.
Sponge the bobs.
Look, what you do on your spare time for your own personal pleasure is up to you, Ronzi, but there's no need to share it.
Sure there is. It's the internet. This is the place you
Exactly.
share all of these things.
Yeah.
Not while your face is on display.
Especially while your face is on display. That's what the kids call clout, don't you know?
If only it worked that way.
I wouldn't know what the kids say. I'm a crusty old person.
Aren't
You're
we
gonna
all?
be like, I don't know what the kids say. I've gone deaf.
I wish.
Well, he's old enough.
Oi.
That's a clear sign you've upset him. He said, oi.
Them's fighting words, Ronzi.
No, it's very rare that I get the chance to
I know.
say shit like that. Yeah.
No, in all honesty, I think I'd sooner go blind than deaf. Because deaf is just...
You
if
can't
I
do
can't
with...
hear my music,
Yeah. It's literally what I was
Yeah.
about to say. You wouldn't be able to handle not being able to listen to your musics. Brick!
oh, talking of music, Ronzi,
Yeah.
that anime I was telling you about, the music one,
Yeah.
yeah, the opener for it goes pretty damn hard.
Nice.
The music thing, that would hope it goes hard.
No. Even for music things, this goes hard.
Well,
Even
considering...
for this band,
I was
this
gonna...
goes hard.
I was gonna say, I'm imagining I know which band has done the intro for this one, considering
Yeah.
who you said they done for the mocap.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently all of the music performances are going to be mocapped by members of the band.
Nice.
And there's even a very short, like 30-second video of them recording the mocap process.
Very nice.
Yeah, I mean, people are comparing parts of it to System of a Down, Megadeth.
Nice, nice. But
Yeah, and the drumming. People who understand drumming, like other drummers, are kind of intimidated.
These people are fighting a bird called Berta.
Berta.
Well, as long as someone's not calling for it, using the voice actor who used to do all of the Sabretooth in the Capcom Marvel fighting games.
I don't remember what Sabretooth sounded like.
Because he had a sidekick called Birdie, didn't he?
Oh, it was an adorable thing to tell us, Sarah.
What on earth is going on over here? Oh. They are actually players. I figured as much. There's a rave going on.
Ether current. Not ether current, ether right. Wrong thing.
Hey, I'm here.
Why do I have 7 messages?
I have 5 apparently. None of which are any use. YouTube will be back in a moment. We're back, YouTube, and you having fun disparaging my good name?
What do you mean? You're just telling it like it is.
That's how this works.
I mean, is it disparaging your good name if it's true?
Yes?
Oh, there's a hunt up here.
Where is here?
Literally where I'm standing.
He's headed for the Aetherite.
Shadow Dweller Yamini.
How do you get there?
I'm sure you could probably fly over here.
Probably. Hey,
Yeah.
Shin, is
I
your
probably
taxi...
could.
Is your taxi service available?
I'm afraid it's gone up in cost.
God damn tariffs.
I can't remember which one it is.
Well, I mean,
34.9, 16.4.
Yeah, I was meaning which one of the snake people camps that I could see.
Hello.
Hello.
Using him. He may have made an elephant.
true. I needed to kill one of the elephants.
Nice. Oh, right. I need to be a paladin again. Oh, there's an ether current over here.
Silly snakes.
Snack.
Snick.
Would that make them noodle people?
Yes.
Are you sure the dragons aren't the noodle people?
The noodles. Can I go? Can we go into the thing?
Jock, as the resident Italian and expert on all pasta, which is the noodle people?
What?
Which is the noodle people?
I don't know what you're saying other than noodle.
As the resident Italian and expert on all pasta, which is the noodle people?
I don't have an answer for you, man.
I do. I have an
Well, you
answer
might
for
be
you,
wrong.
Mox.
But you might be wrong.
I'm not. But spaghetti was an Italian attempt to recreate noodles after being seen by Italian travellers in the Orient. In much the same way that Worcestershire sauce is an attempt to recreate soy sauce.
That I didn't know. But also,
Which
being able to say Worcestershire sauce is also a sign that you're an eldritch horror.
Or that I'm not American.
No, just an eldritch horror. So the entirety of Britain is straight out of a
Realm the
Lovecraft.
gods.
Yeah, it's just straight out of a Lovecraftian horror book.
It's kind of how it feels to live in it, yeah.
Hi, Lise.
Get in the box. I
don't
can
think
get
you
in
can.
the box. I can get in the box.
Uh-oh. Blue balls.
Them blue
Alice
balls.
was gonna let that hit her. I cannot believe she was just gonna let that hit her.
A lot of silly things were done.
I'm only believing I stopped that attack because I'm a paladin.
Look at all those nerds. Hey, Gray.
Hi, Gray.
How is the
Nerds?
Grey doing? Yeah, 4 nerds and a call.
4 nerds chilling in the Discord.
You know how long it's been since I've had nerds? The sweet days. Or
Probably a very
candy,
long
I
time.
guess, for you Americans.
Emanation now accessible.
Indeed. So are we all going in on theirs?
I'm going in as a paladin.
Alright.
I will probably go DPS because I don't remember this fight. It's not one that comes up regular for me.
Sure. I mean, I'll probably go in as dancer for the moment. If the queue times get too long, I can always switch to a healer of some kind. Ready to go?
Yep,
I found a box I fit in.
that's where Ronzi was.
No.
So we've gone from having a Ronzi in a box to a Mox in a box.
Yeah, but
Mox
I
in a
find better.
yeah, box
You've
in a
heard
box.
of Elf on a Shelf?
Mox in a box.
Frog on a bump on a log.
I eat an apple.
There's a bigger box you could be in.
Yeah, but I won't be in this one.
I think that's
I can play games
Yep.
with people.
You're playing the wrong race to do that, Mox. You need to be Mikote to utilize the if I fits I sits rule.
That's Lotus. What's really funny is Lotus made themselves a Makoti because they wanted to be a different race than like everyone else.
And it's probably the most
Popular race.
yeah.
Didn't
I was
they
trying to explain to them that I think
change?
an Ellison would. I was trying to convince them to be an Ellison.
Didn't they change to an Ellison?
They have not.
I think the most unpopular played race is either Ellison, male, definitely less Ellison males than females, but female is still pretty low. And I can't think of the goddamn name. The Melwib
Rogadin.
race.
Roganin?
Yeah, Rogadin. Rogadin female.
Alright, everybody. Don't
Well,
die.
hello. More blue balls.
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. That's a fun song.
Like the song. Uh-oh. What? There's a thing in front of me. Can I see who I can put? You.
Open your hearts to me.
Holy shit, I'm dying. Holy shit, I died. No feeling during any of that. Did we use the ball thing? It was real?
Not yet.
What the?
I hit the wrong button. Oops.
Did you dash in?
Yeah. Move my ranged attack from next to my attack.
Do we stand in orb or something?
Your weary souls in my bosom.
Please, please.
Just real.
Wow, Snake Lady got big.
Oh no.
Oop. Bosom incoming! Bosom incoming!
I shall free you from your hate.
Again?
Well, I got booped.
Surrender to bliss. Do not your
wonder
souls
which-
weigh heavy?
Wonder which fight is going to constantly be on Ronzi's foot from now on.
It's the strangest thing. It's always this one, no matter what it says.
Oh god.
Ouch. Thing.
Your souls are stained.
Wash your feet then. Me? Again?
Apparently. Oh.
Boy.
Okay.
Somebody's really screwing the tank.
I mean, everyone.
I shall free you from your hate.
Why not go ahead and try to get bait?
Mean? Really?
You're so popular. Alright, what do you want on? Remember, I...
God damn it.
Stuff.
Bye, Snack Mummy.
Yeah, mission accomplished.
Do you still have your bubble?
It's my bubble. Do what I want with it.
No, Shin was still bubbled.
You did it again. You saved them. I just wish I could have been more help.
Don't worry, Elise.
Bye, Elise.
So did I.
So, it looks like the Ananta did have a mountain of crystals after all. Like every other tribe. Gods were all such slaves to our weaknesses.
You slew our mistress! She was our hope, our salvation! Is there no end to your cruelty?
Listen to me, please. I know that you're only trying to protect yourselves because you feel frightened and alone. But that's how we all feel. Don't you see? If we could just turn to each other for help instead of the gods, I'm sure we could find a way to live in peace. Your crystals are important to you, aren't they? Reflections of your souls, right? Well, you shouldn't have to sacrifice something so precious to a primal.
Who are you to question our choice? You who fight without fear? We wish only to live in peace. And if this be the price we must pay, then so be it!
Well, we only want to live in peace as well.
I know there's nothing I can say to convince you. But I hope that one day you look back and see we only ever wanted the same thing.
Uh-oh.
Begone, damn you! Spare me your hollow words, and leave me to mourn.
I'll go. But it doesn't mean I'm giving up. Girabania is our home too. And one way or another, we're going to have to learn to live together. Come on. Alphino and Alize are waiting.
Meanwhile, in the royal palace of Alamigo,
Ah, the savage returns, and with her tail firmly between her legs, beaten by beastmen, I hear.
It was a shameful display, by all accounts. She may have curried the Viceroy's favor with her bold promises, but in the end, she's just another plodding bungler like the rest of her kind.
Strange. You would think him a better judge of character. Then again, I hear she's not averse to a more physical mode of persuasion.
yeah, she's gonna beat your ass.
I thought she rose through the ranks rather quickly, but no longer. If only she had been content with her lot, she might have lived to see the morrow.
Those two are going to die. Probably.
Lupus. Commander of the Crania Lupi, reporting as ordered.
Why do you tremble, sir? Could it be that the Empire's butcher is afraid? That she who walks with death is terrified of her own?
I'm terrified of dying having achieved naught. Gladly would I give my life to win a great victory on the battlefield, had I but the strength.
Alas, you do not. Indeed, you are weak. And born of this weakness is a blind fervor, a raging inferno which threatens to consume not only you, but everyone around you.
Yes, my lord.
You were defeated by the Resistance on several occasions. You misjudged the Ananta and spurred them into summoning an icon. Have you anything to say?
I do not, my lord. My failures are my own. I am prepared to accept your judgment.
And that is very admirable. However, I've had enough of this dumb show. Give voice to that hunger I see in your eyes, or I will pluck them from your head.
I want... I want to make them pay! All of them! Everyone who ever mocked or looked down on me! I want the power to make them pay!
That's fair.
Very well. Then I shall give you a chance. A chance to transcend your mortal limits. Assuming, that is, you are prepared to wager your life for such power.
Transcend, my lord.
Xenos, what are you planning?
I came here prepared to die. Tell me what I must do.
Oh no. You yet live. I had my doubts. Welcome back. We had to use force to secure the crystals. Alice was not gentle. You finished then? Good. I'm glad it's over. I wish we could have left on better terms, but that was never going to happen. It could be a problem if they get their hands on any more crystals, though. Never mind, we'll deal with that when the time comes. Oop, the silence of the gods. A schlong? Or shalog. And an aether current. You have done us a great service this day. Long shall my sisters sing the praises of the Icon Slayer. Let us bear word to them of Sri Alakshmi's passing. Come, friends, to Vera Nalia.
I return.
Welcome back.
That man with the glasses is bad news. I can already feel it.
Oh, yes, very much so. He is not the Hojo we have at home.
a Hojo, you could say?
He is very much a top tier Hojo.
I honestly would put him at Timu level Hojo.
He's a Timu level Hojo. I just hope we won't have to deal with any more primals before we march on El Amigo. You say that. If only I had your power, then the things I would do. Oh, Alan says on a power trip. Had the Qualiana's beliefs been closer to those of the Vera, the crisis could surely have been avoided. 'Twas your victory, 'tis only meet that you be the one to tell my sister. Ah, the winds whispered of your success, and your eyes confirm their testimony. The Lady of Bliss no longer holds our Quilana sisters in her thrall. For this we thank you. Ilya did the deed, we were but witnesses to her heroism. However, I fear this is only the beginning, for there is no cure for that which drives the desperate to besiege the gods for salvation. Should they wish to use their crystals to summon Sri Lakshmi again, naught can be done to stop them. We ignore our sister's plight at our peril. This we know. We shall endeavour to show them another path so that the day you speak of never comes. We are all in this together, Alamegans, Ananta. We understand that. Hopefully in time they will too. You and Jules will ever be the friends of the Vera. On that you have my word. We should be getting back to the appearing stones. Thank you again, Sarashia. Or Sarasha? For everything. I'm thinking before I do that and leave, I should do the quest here. Can you see me now? We could always see you, Grey. Yeah, I should probably do this before leaving, because there's no quick way here. But you couldn't. Jerry could. You had said, look at all these nerds. I did mention that. Adventurer, I would ask a favour of you. In recent days, strange men have been stealing prey from our hunting grounds. They appear to be Alamegan, but they do not recognise us as allies. They refuse to listen when we explain they are trespassing. If they were to see another Strider in our company, they may not be so quick to fight and flee. They were last spotted to the east of here. Please go and speak with them before anyone comes to harm.
So, your next pause point.
Yes.
The quest is called The Price of Freedom.
Okay.
And it has a dungeon. So, yeah, unlock the dungeon and hold.
Hold the line.
Not necessarily, but
hold the door.
Just wait there. No Hodor.
How are you doing though, Grey? Hope you're doing well. What in Rolga's name is that thing? What thing? Dear me. Please wait. If you would listen for just a moment. Keep that thing away from me. Oh, dear me. I fear they won't listen to anything I have to say. Would you go after him and explain his people are trespassing? I must tend to my wounds. I'm so pissed off. What is happening? What do you mean, what is happening? You're in your phone? Oh, interesting. I don't know then. You're not seeing 90% of what I was saying? Oh. Hang on, let me see if it... Alright, yeah, for some reason... Well, I mean... Weird. You were trying to help that thing, weren't you? What do you want? Well, to you to stop trespassing on their lands. They only wanted us to leave their hunting grounds. So they're not savage monsters looking to feast on our innards? No! I see. Sorry about before. It's not every day you see something like that where I come from. Me and my friends were from a small village in the peaks, you see. And with the Garleans blocking all ways in and out of the place, we'd never travelled far. Now that they're mostly gone, we thought we'd have a look about. Maybe scavenge for a bit of food? We didn't mean no harm, honest. If it's all the same to you, we'll leave and go look for food somewhere far, far away from here. Well, that's that dealt with. Is that Chalky? Gray is asking how your arm is doing.
I take it day by day. I did my first bit of PT today, and it hurts, so I took some pain meds, and I'm just kind of here now.
They vibing.
Oops.
You are returned. Were they willing to listen? Yeah, in a fashion. Men from the peaks? Interesting. We were concerned the M tribe may have coerced them into stealing from our lands. My sisters will be relieved to hear this. If these people are desperate enough to venture here for food, perhaps we can help them. A deal of some kind. A share of our food stores in exchange for materials for our gem crafting. Yes, that would be a fair trade. I will need to discuss this with my sisters. The beginning of a fruitful partnership may be at hand. Oh, that. What am I doing here?
Trapping whole ass dinosaurs inside of sacks.
Oh, Pippin and Comrade. We heard about the Primal. Excellent work. If you're looking for Arnvald and his unit, they are currently investigating reports of suspicious activity in the area. The hero returns, together with her stalwart comrades in arms. Glad to hear you managed to deal with the Anata's primal before it could cause us any more grief. Gods know we have enough to worry about. Welcome back. Comrade Marshal Terrapin came to render aid, but I hear that won't be necessary. It won't. Sri Lakshmi's gone. Ah, but I should probably start at the beginning. Incredible. I don't know what to say. If you hadn't been there to stop her, who knows where we would have ended. You saved a lot of lives, Ilya. Take pride in that. It must be said that this is something of an unprecedented situation. Previous summonings were, to my knowledge, planned well in advance by a tribe as a whole. Indeed, there are several aspects of this incident which bear further investigation. In any event, the Quelliana's supply of crystals must remain limited for the foreseeable future, and ambient aether levels closely observed. Understood. The Alliance will consult with the Resistance and the Vera on how best to enforce said restrictions. Thank you, Vice Marshal. To other matters, then. What news of the Imperials? None. Which itself is troubling. It seems as though the Skulls and the remainder of the garrison have fully withdrawn into the peaks. We've seen neither hide nor hair of them since Veldonia. Regardless of their reason, our path is clear. Father has decided that it is time to advance east. Finally. He was almost empathetic that you be spared further duties for the present. You are to rest. It would not do for the Warrior of Light to collapse from exhaustion during the march. We may not be as strong or as quick as her, but we are soldiers nonetheless. We can deal with the Imperials. Aye, you've earned this respite, so enjoy it. And same goes for you, Monargo. You've been away from your family too long. Don't deny it. As you say, sir. Thank you. We'll make the most of our time here. These conversations are always weird with the battle music going in the background.
Don't worry about it.
I'm not. Looks like...
I find it weird whenever I get a teleportation notification while
Looks like it's up to me and mine to give you lot a proper welcome. My mother prepared a special meal for the occasion, and I have it on good authority that hers is the finest cooking this side of the Veldonia. Waiting to see if everything breaks again. Hopefully it doesn't. What's that greeting, Lise? Honored guests, I pray you partake of our humble offering as we give thanks for your many valiant deeds. Thank you, sir, for this warm welcome. We are honored to break bread with you and your family. Come eat your fill of our food, and drink deep of our spirits. There is more than enough for all. Well, when you put it that way, don't mind if I do. She wasn't kidding when she said her mother could cook. You know, seeing her with her family, I can't help thinking of my own. how my father would come home from a hunt with dinner on his shoulder, and Yida would prepare it with herbs and spices. Our mother died when I was little, so she did most of the cooking. We didn't have much, but we had each other, and that was enough for me. But they wouldn't let us... but they wouldn't let us have even that. Theodoric, Gaius. Of course, father and Yida had to fight. I would have too if I'd been older, but I didn't have to die. It never ends, does it? They call us beasts. They treat us like them. They push us, and they push us, until someone pushes back. Until someone takes up arms or summons a god. A false god. If the 12 are watching us, what are they thinking? What are they thinking when they see the strong hurt the weak? When people fight and die, and nothing gets better. And it just goes on, and on, and on. You'd have to ask them. There is no justice, just us. We'll go with that. Just us. I know.
I'm not sure that works though. I mean, that would make the Metallica album and Just Us for All.
Yes, exactly. I know. That's why we're here, isn't it? Thanks for listening. I know I was just rambling, but I feel better somehow. Who knows what the answers are, or if there even are any. Either way, life goes on, and we've got to go with it. Sorry, that sounded better in my head. I must be getting tired. Time to turn in, I think. Tomorrow's another day, eh? Let's see what it brings. Sleep well, Ilya. You as well, Lise. I don't think we sleep.
Here we.
Because I've got other skills, in case you'd forgotten, I'm one of the finest hunters this tribe has ever seen. And anyway, I don't remember you being a master culinarian. What are you talking about? Yes. So if your mother's food is so good, why are you such a terrible cook? Oh, okay, you're talking to Lise. Honestly, you've got to get her to teach you the basics while we're here. How long has it been since I last saw my father? Maybe Alphino and I should plan a trip to Charlayan. When this is all over, I mean. There is something to be said for a home-cooked meal, is there not? We must cherish these moments, fleeting as they are. The fight will always be there, waiting for us to return. Do this on the very least. I trust you are well rested and refreshed? Yes? Then let us return to the front. The greater part of the Alliance forces should have advanced into the peaks by now, but I expect we will pass many of our comrades on the road east. There is a checkpoint along the way, as I recall, but we will need only to identify ourselves to the soldiers in order to pass. Alright, before I forget, Grab that. No, not mount speed. Okay, yeah, it's just that one quest I need to do, and then I can fly here. Still need to go and do this, the Azim step. Time to take some damage. Bonk. Yeah, I could have just done the quest and then just being able to fly, but you know. Why would I do that?
Flying's overrated.
True.
I wish I were a plane.
Zoom.
Zoom.
Zoom. Scions, a
Yeah.
pleasure to have you with us
Yes,
again.
grasshoppers here.
You'll be happy to hear we've taken Alagira and have already begun fortifying it as our new base of operation in the peaks. Give a shout to the lads as you pass, eh?
Talking of sleep, though, Ronzi,
Yeah.
do you think primals sleep?
Probably
I
not.
remember how they laughed. Alliance and resistance soldiers, eager for battle, trading jokes as we marched east towards the peaks. Beyond this last line of defenses lay the locks and the city. Breaching it would be no small feat. But we beat the Imperials back, just like that. And we liberated a village, the first of many.
Oh no, Shin's dead.
Don't know. My village, the one we visited with Mefred, is far to the north. There's no easy way to get to it from here, though. Though the pass and onward to the southwest, was it? Through the pass and onward to the southwest, was it? The Imperials sure do like their towers, don't they? As you can see, this part of the peaks is much higher than the northern reaches. Hence why the Imperials built Specula Imperatoris where they did. See those three towers to the east? That's her. Sits right in the edge of a cliff, so attacking from the north is a fool's errand. From the south, on the other hand, she's no different than any other Imperial installation. You see now why Veldonia was so important, eh? Right then. Come along, they're waiting for us in Alagiri.
By the way, Ronzi,
Yes.
it sounded to me very much like you said speculum.
I think I did. I'm not sure what I said. Why?
Because a speculum is a very specific thing.
Okay, fair enough.
I think you can tell by Mox's reaction.
Yeah, apparently.
It's a very, it certainly is a tool.
It's a very specific medical tool.
Very specific medical.
Which
Well, maybe they're
You being-
they're practicing medicine there.
you being male would explain why you don't know what it is.
No, now I think I do know what it is. Alagiri was once a hub of trade and commerce, as I recall. Hence the need for a large central square. Alagiri is famous for that giant crystal. Some say Ralgar himself put it there. The settlement is remarkably intact. I see little evidence of fighting. Here we are, the new base of operations for the Alliance and the Resistance. Ah, there you are. Greetings, General. I see you've been quite busy in our absence. Less than you may imagine, the Imperials fled at our coming, and we took the village without a fight. Your timing is impeccable. We were about to discuss our strategy to seize Specula Imperatoris. Though we are fresh from the road, we should be glad to attend. Good. Take a moment to gather yourselves and join us when you are ready.
Oh, this guy is a psycho.
You're continuing the quest line. Well met, traveler. Okay, no, why am I reading that? It's just a porter. What am I doing? Strong and unified. Well, you heard the Flame General. Looks like we've got a meeting to attend. Oh, yeah, you're right. There is a dead Shin. Unfortunate. That everyone? Then let us begin. Algiri is ours, and for a mercy we took it without losing a single man. But we dare not grow complacent. Specula Imperatoris will not be so easily won. If I may, General, should we not pause to consider the Imperial's motivations? For Xenos to surrender a fortified settlement of strategic importance without so much as firing a shot is inexplicable. We searched the village and found no traps or other signs of sabotage. Suspicious though it may be, I will not refuse this gift from our enemy. The path to Alamigo is through the east, through Specula Imperatoris and Castrum Urbania. It bears repeating, however, that the latter is home to a massive cannon with unparalleled range and destructive power. Why am I getting flashbacks of Final Fantasy VII from that? The Juno cannon.
Big cannon.
Big cannon. Which means that we need to strike the Specular Imperatoris quickly, both to limit their ability to locate our forces in the field and to utilize the installation as a shield against attack, as they would doubtless not risk damaging the towers. I see. Then we have no choice but to accept what we have been given. Aye, that's the way of it. I have no doubts that Xenos has got something planned, but we'll just have to deal with it when the time comes. To the assault, then. The main host will commence a direct assault on Specula Imperatorus. During this time, I would hold the Scions in reserve at Al-Giri to deal with any Imperial forces that may be dispatched in response. Understood. Wait a minute. We should be fighting with you in the Resistance. I understand that you don't want to rely too much on Ilya after what she's been through, but at least let the rest of us do our part. If she wants to fight, I say let her fight. Don't do anything reckless, alright?
I mean, this is Leeds.
True. I won't. I promise I'll do what Comrade says. Mayhap it would be best if I accompany you. Alisei can stay with Ilya. Oh, go if you must. The two of us can take care of ourselves. You have your orders. Dismissed.
Oh hey, an ether current.
Oh, hey. Meanwhile, deep within an Imperial research facility. Looks more like a ritual than anything.
Yeah, they're trying to ritual summon something, sir, but little do they know that that's pretty terrible in modern.
Uh-oh. My head. Oh, she's talking, okay.
Yeah, you don't gotta read this time.
I was not expecting that, because the other one was I had to read.
This one's a little more important.
Let us see. So, she lives.
My God,
Impressive.
so much taller than Alice.
Or merely lucky, though that too may prove a useful trait.
My lord, what have you done to me?
Wait.
Though we Guardians are intellectually and physiologically superior in almost all respects, we lack the hereditary traits required for the reliable manipulation of ether, hence our unique inability to wield magics. This deficiency, for want of a better word, saw us subjected to decades of oppression by the lesser races, and we were eventually driven to seek shelter in the cold northern reaches of Ilsabard. Fortunately, said region was replete with vast deposits of ceruleum, which proved instrumental in the development of Magitech, a revolutionary technology conceived to compensate for our disadvantage. It was with Magitech that we grew strong, that our nation became an empire. Yet, ultimately, this was an extrinsic solution to an intrinsic problem. What I wanted was not a crude device to be used in lieu of magic. Through modification of the Garlean genome, I argued that it might be possible to enhance a subject's ability to manipulate ether, effectively empowering them to wield magics. Alas, my theories were met with consternation in the Imperial Court. Only Lord Xenos, with commendable foresight and wisdom, deigned to support my research.
You gave me this treatment, but I'm not Garlean.
Alamegan, through and through. What you have been granted is far greater than mere magic. Before that lesser light, it is as a second sun.
I am informed that Alagiria was recently occupied by the Resistance, and that an attack on Specular Imperatoris is considered imminent. This could provide an ideal opportunity to test her performance in the field.
Your skulls, was it? They have joined the garrison at the Watchtower?
Yes, my lord. By your leave, I would rendezvous with them and lead a counterattack against the insurgents.
No. Even were you to leave now, you would not arrive in time. There is another duty I would entrust to you.
Oh, hey, Thancred.
Found you.
So I thought that it could look, before I could see that it was just the tattoo, it looked like they'd implanted a Garlean stone in her head. Admittedly, he has put her through some enhancement techniques, but sure. So full of fire and eager, weren't they? Well, I wouldn't worry too much. They're strong, and they have each other. At least he spared me the trouble of having to speak up. I wasn't about to let Lise go alone. Hell's open.
You did notice what was in the large coffin-like thing.
Yes, Kryl was in one of them.
Yes.
There are people in there.
Specific people.
People strong in ether.
So you're not concerned they've made Fordola part potato?
A really, really weird baked potato recipe.
It really is.
Really
Potato a la Fordola.
Potato alamigo, maybe.
So I have two thoughts. I think they're trying to put the echo into people. And I think Thancred, because we see him at the end of that cutscene, is trying to find that doctor to get his magic back.
Well, no, because Thancred is off trying to look for Kryl.
Yes, but I also think he's also looking for the doctor to get his magic back.
I mean, that's entirely possible. But he's proven capable enough without it, but, I mean, sure, he would absolutely love his magic back, I'm sure.
He prefers to call it his mojo.
I don't think he's lost his mojo.
He certainly has. How little have we seen him?
Well, that's just because he stayed behind.
Yeah, it's because he got no mojo. And got that aura.
Alice is ready to depart. Alagiria, when you are. We have a fair bit of ground to cover. We should split up. If you come across any Imperial soldiers, you know what to do. Oh, and so you know, I sent word to Arenvald's squadron. They are already searching other nearby areas. So we have allies in the event we encounter anything beyond our means.
I mean, be honest, unless they've got another ultimate weapon tucked away somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, the Emerald and Ruby haven't made an appearance yet.
Who says they're even in the game?
Yeah, well, exactly. We don't know. They haven't made an appearance yet, so we can't tell. I mean, if you're just gonna stand there and let me beat you down, go for it. I'm so mad and exhausted. I don't know what's going on. Rip my laptop. Fuck this. That sucks. Great. I am really sorry that it's not working. It could just be today. What the hell? Did you try and leap? Did you try and do it Dragoon style? I mean, you aren't now. You're dead.
Is that gonna be my legacy? Doing it Christian stuff?
Probably. Nah, it's been doing this and getting worse. That's not good. Ooh.
We
Hey,
could
girl.
make it your epitaph, Mox.
I don't want that to be my epitaph. I want something a little more classy. Like Memento Mori.
I mean, we could write it in Latin.
No, you cannot.
Ah, give me a moment, Ilya. Say that again, if you would. Hmm? No, maintain your distance for now. Understood. Give me appraise of any developments. That was Arnwald. The pair that was spying on us in the fringes has followed us here. What about you, Ilya? Any trouble? Just a little. And there I was thinking we might be due for some peace and quiet. Glad to hear you dealt with them. I hope the assault on Specula Imperatoris is going well. Well, explosions.
Drive the fool onto my blade, and do not try to deny it.
Our work here is all but done. What of Conrad and his men?
They are for the main tower. The skulls have offered fierce resistance thus far, but Conrad seems to believe he can convince them to lay down their arms.
Then we will tend to the stragglers down below. With me!
Doubt he can convince them, but you never know.
Report.
Enemy forces have overrun the lower facilities and appear to be mounting an assault on the main tower. We have already received a request for reinforcements. A unit of legionaries has been mustered and is ready to depart. They await your orders, Commander.
Stand down.
Commander?
Tell them to stand down.
Commander, if I may, our people, your people are still in there. They will be slaughtered.
You think I don't know that? I want nothing more than to help them. To lead the bloody charge. But I have my orders. Lord Xenos said no reinforcements. He would have us use the main cannon to destroy the installation.
Holy!
What? Kill our own soldiers? You must be mistaken.
Mayhap you'd like to ask Lord Xenos yourself.
Yeah, go do that, mate.
Initiate the firing sequence. Wars are won on the backs of the dead. Theirs and ours. There is no truth but this. We must remain firm and resolute and always, always do our duty. Now, give the order.
Initiate firing sequence.
Aye, aye. Initiating firing sequence. Release safety locks. Deploy main cannon.
Deploying main cannon.
The cannon. No.
Ransford, Rudolph, Emlyn. For us. For our people. For our future.
I need you to confirm the target, Commander.
Specula Imperatoris, main tower. Fire when ready.
Firing the cannon at close range.
What in the seven hells?
Done exactly what you didn't think they would do.
Artillery. Those treacherous bastards. Their people were still fighting. Full retreat. Now! Relay the orders! Understood. All forces retreat! I repeat, all forces retreat!
Whoop. The towers fall. By the 12s. Did you see that? The main tower just collapsed. You heard it too. They've taken the hobbits to Isengard. You heard it too, didn't you? It must have been the cannon at Castrum Albania. But that was an Imperial installation, and their troops were still... Damn it, no one's responding. I don't know if the shell is being jammed or... We have to go right now. They need our help. Heavens weep. The fear in Alisaie's eyes is unlike anything you have ever seen before. This way, there's no time to lose. Oh, really? I should be... using Summoner. Carbuncle. Yeah, I should be using Summoner. Oh, I'm in Red Mage gear, but that's fine. Because I'm 68, this is a level 68 quest. It's worse than it looks. He probably wasn't even put yourself together. The gates, the gates. This is our way inside. We need to find my brother right now. The lock on the gate appears to be disabled. You only need to praise them open to pass through. Actually, no, let me not do that just now. Back here quickly. There. That's better. I look fit for purpose now. Now, how do I get back?
That's the fun
Decent
part.
way.
You can't.
Oh no! Oh, are you used to your new screens now, Mox?
New screen and new.
New screen.
It's gonna take more time.
There's a problem with it I was not expecting to have, and it's nothing to do with the screen, but more so because of my setup. The glare from the window behind me is reflecting off of the side of the screen.
Oh no.
So it means I'm gonna have to probably keep my door closed to help with this. Which is going to be awful once the summer really hits.
Yeah. Damn it, I don't see them. My brother or Lise. Maybe the general knows something? Should be done. I'm glad you're here, Ilya. In case it isn't obvious, the Imperials fired on us. On Specula Imperatoris. I didn't think they had it in them to kill their own men just to kill us. Gods damn them all. Where's my brother? Tell me where he is. I want to see him. He was in the tower when it was struck. But that need not mean anything. Our forces are still evacuating, and many remain unaccounted for. Alice, listen. There are soldiers wounded and dying all around us. Soldiers with families, just like you and me. They need our help. Do you understand? He's right. I'll take the north, you take the east. Thank you. I think I can manage on my own. For a moment there, I thought I was bound for Thal's great halls. Ye gods, what were the Imperials thinking? Victory at any cost is what they were thinking.
Scorched earth.
Yep. Just give me a moment to let the world stop spinning, would you? There. Alagiri's not far. I'll make it. I'll make it. Come on, you're not Horshaphant. You can live this.
Need I bring back that video with the with fucked up ending?
Oh, Jesus. Ugh, everything hurts. I was struck by debris from the tower. Wait, I know you. Dilia Starrage, Ward of House Fortomps. We fought together on the Steps of Faith. You saved my life back then. Now. I can walk. Thank you. 1,000 times, thank you. Conrad! Conrad, can you hear me? Nargo. Put him down over there. No, Conrad! Delia, all glad am I to see you. Wait, where is my sister? She's off searching other places, don't worry. Oh, mighty Ralga, oh, noble Azim, I beg of you, do not take him from us.
Conrad! Conrad, speak to me!
It was all so sudden. Conrad had just convinced the last few skulls to surrender when we heard the bang and everything started to shake. We carried the survivors to safety, but Conrad's... We have done what we can for him. All that remains is to pray.
Conrad?
Is that you, Lise? I can't see a damn thing.
No, it's too soon for another. We've already had one. Wait until the post patches, please.
Well, that's that then. Time's up.
No. Conrad.
You think this game's gonna only kill people one at a time?
What are you talking about? You'll be on your feet before you know it.
Now we're on a
Yeah,
strict
it's all right,
schedule.
Lisa.
They're gonna
Live
have to
long
share the death.
But listen, I want you to lead the resistance in my stead.
Don't say another word. You'll recover. We'll recover. We'll bring freedom to Alamigo together. We're not going to stop here.
No, you won't. Everything we've built, everyone we've brought together, I know you'll show them the way. You've got it in you, Lise. Not because you're Curtis's daughter or Ida's sister, but because you're you. Because you're you.
Conrad.
Lead them to victory. To freedom.
The freedom.
I will, Conrad. I will. I promise.
Smiling old man face. Meanwhile, in the chaos of Castrum, Albania,
Next round, double the charge.
Hello, ship.
oh,
Did that
Come,
actually hit you?
Nidhogg. We are needed.
wait. Estinian, what have you done? Alright, I approve, Estinian.
That's the cerulean pipeline.
Impossible! How can one man shoot the bastard? Shoot him!
You can do nothing against him.
My lance has slain far greater beasts. You're welcome, boy.
Away!
Notify all units! I want that intruder found! And get the engineers to fix my bloody cannon!
But seriously, what the hell has Estinian done?
Don't worry about it.
I'm incredibly worried about it.
Don't worry about it. 'Cause- 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 'cause-
Why is he refused with Nidhogg? What is he playing at?
He's just a little guy.
Just a little guy. Just a little guy.
It's called Deus Ex Estinia.
Sorry, I didn't even do that. I promise. No, no, no. You can't. Not now. We could have killed them. We could have walked away. But instead we tried to convince them to lay down their arms. We tried to seek a peaceful resolution. We showed them mercy, and this was their response. Fire and blood. This was their answer. Such crimes cannot go unpunished. They must not. Gods as my witness, there will be a reckoning. Slowly but surely, Alphonse is regaining his composure. Forgive me. Now is not the time for vows of vengeance. We must remain calm and rational and in control. The big fat nap. The Imperials have demonstrated a willingness to fire on their own. So long as we remain here, we are in danger. No, we're not. We're good for the moment. We three will see Commander Kem's body. Find my sister and return to Giri. There, that should suffice for now. Go on and join the others. Tell me you found Alphino. Tell me he's alright. He is. But... Oh, thank the 12. I don't know... Yeah, just a little. He's taken a page out of your book, Alisei. Oh, thank the 12. I don't know what I would have done. Though, saying that, what will the Resistance do without Commander Kemp? Sorry. Not here, not now. We should return to Alagiri. Keep an eye out for any wounded who need our help on the way. I have opened Kettle Corn in an attempt to be less angry. Oh, yeah. That is a vestige point that we can't get to without flight. Probably.
Most likely.
Why am I coming over here? Oh, I need to search for wounded soldiers. What's this? What should we do? We got plenty of our own wounded to deal with. Say the word and I'll finish him quick. It wasn't long ago I was trying to kill you and yours. I half expected you were about to slit my throat. To hell's with this. I should be back home in Ilsbred instead of taking fire from my so-called comrades. On your feet, soldier. Thanks, friend. Bloody tourniquet came loose and I was having trouble getting it back on. We should be fine the rest of the way.
Capture the bounty and now accessible.
You got through that quick, Mox.
Well, yeah, he's not standing around questioning what the hell Estinian is doing.
I also don't have to slow down reading everything out loud like he does, because I don't have an audio. So.
True. Next time you grab a drink, if you would peek in my corner, I'd be happy to hear your reactions to the latest thumbnail. Okie dokie.
I'm actually going to take this opportunity to step away and do a thing that Stu wanted me to do.
Okie dokie. Oh, bless
you.
You.
Have unlocked some blue quests as well, Mox. So.
Oh, bless you, kind. Wait, is that you, Ilya? I didn't recognize you at first. Feeling a bit dizzy. Must have lost a lot of blood. I can keep going. Now I'm back. Here. Alright, YouTube, I'm gonna be back in a moment. This isn't because Gray had said about checking for the reactions for thumbnails, but, I also just need to go and have a bio break. So, I'll be back in a moment. Alright, YouTube, we are back. I knew we'd lose people during this, but him? I was sure the old bear would outlast us all. I did what I could for those I found along the way, but some were beyond help. It's up to all of us to carry on in his stead. It's up to me. Ilya, we have given over Commander Kemp's remains for safekeeping. Later, I have no idea when, rites must needs be performed. For now, however, we must carry on. We must press forward. We must not give in to despair. For the living and the dead. I thought the weapons that were being given to us in this quest were Moonbreedium. It's like, what? What? No. Molybdenum. Or molybdenum.
I think that's an actual element.
Probably. All Alliance and Resistance units have now withdrawn from Specula Imperatoris. It is time we spoke with General Aldwin. These deaths weigh heavy on my soul. Commander Kemp's most of all. He was a wise leader. He was a patriot, but above all else, he was a good man who will be sorely missed. One of many lost this day. I ask for a moment of silence to pray for the souls of the departed. We have suffered a grievous defeat, but we cannot and will not renounce this cause. The die has been cast. Hold tight to this grief, this anger, and let it drive you forward. Let it be your strength and your shield when next you face the enemy. It will carry us far, General. Of that I have no doubts. Ere we take further steps towards Alamigo, however, we must first address the question of how to deal with Castrum Albania's cannon. If the Imperials are willing to employ the weapon without thought of their own soldiers' safety, we may struggle to approach them. A frontal assault is out of the question. We'd lose countless men before we even reach the walls. Would we? Recall the Imperials could have obliterated our forces had they kept firing, but neglected to do so. They held no strategic reason to cease fire, which begs the question, why did they?
Estinian.
Yes, Estinian. They had an Estinian problem. What's that? Molybdenum is a metallic element represented by the symbol MO with atomic number of 42. The more you know. You suspect they were
Although,
A? Go on then.
I guess the Americans pronounce it molybdenum or something.
I'm back. I just finished a bunch of chores.
Huzzah. You suspect they were unable to fire the cannon again? Mayhap due to a malfunction? I would have called it malfunction. Or one of their officers found his conscience after the first barrage? Or a hitherto unknown resistance faction chose that moment to disable it? There are many possibilities, but the fact remains that they stopped when logic dictated they continue. Then I'll just have to go and see for myself if the cannon is still operational. Are you mad? Comrade put you in charge of the resistance. We can't risk losing another commander so soon. I know how you feel, Nargo. I do. But I need you to understand. It wasn't long after Papliimo and I arrived at Ralgar's Reach that Conrad first asked me to join the resistance. And then he kept on asking. Every time I said no, I told myself it was because of the Scions. But even then, I knew deep down it was an excuse. That I was still afraid of following my heart because I couldn't be sure if it was for me or for Yida. But then I met someone, on the other side of the world, who had struggled with the same worries, and we travelled and we fought together. I saw him grow and become the leader his people needed him to be. And now, it's my turn to do the same. There's not a lot of us left, and of the ones that are, many are still wounded. We have to make do with what we've got, and I'm best qualified. It's as simple as that. But don't worry, Nargo. I'll come back. I promise.
I'll be back in a moment, Ronzi.
Okie dokie. While I acknowledge Commander Hext's right to carry out this mission, I see no reason why she should go alone. Do so alone. Ilya, would you go with her? Would have done even if you hadn't asked me, sir. Someone's got to keep her out of harm's way. Yeah, I would have done it if you hadn't asked me, sir. Then it's settled. We will wait your return. Sorry to drag you into this, Ilya. It may not be the decision Comrade would have made, but I'm not Comrade. I will never be. I don't know what kind of leader he was hoping for, but right now, all I can do is be myself. And I hit 69. We're still on 68. Don't think I have another class I could do this with. Yeah, because Scholar and Summoner are linked. I'll just stick with Summoner then. 69, nice.
Nice.
Might actually take that in comparison. It's not much of an increase. If you don't mind, I'd rather not wait around and have people try and talk me out of it. Let's get moving. I know a good vantage point overlooking the castrum. Nef Corrupt's Hope. The ship stranded on the rocks to the east of here. It shouldn't take us long to get there. Oh, but there's might be some ancient golems guarding it. Or that might just be an old wives' tale. Either way, it's worth the risk. Elise, Commander, I pray you proceed with all due caution. Do not hesitate to call upon us if needed. To reach the ship, we'll have to scale the cliff face. I'll get some climbing gear and meet you there, alright? Where am I going? I'm going over there. Okay. Alright. Chafing my thigh, or burning my thighs again, I should say, on exhausts of a motorbike. Clearly not wearing riding gear. Oh, hello.
That motorbike.
He is on that motorbike. Sorry to keep you waiting. I see you've met the golems. Looks like the old stories were true, eh? In a way, I'm glad. Right then. Time to climb. Whoa. That took a bit more out of me than I expected. There she is. Nguyen Krep's Hope. The ark that one man made to save countless others from the floods during the 6th Umbral Era. It's comforting to think that there have always been people who cared this much about their fellow man, who accomplished such great feats that people couldn't help thinking they must be made up. But the proof's right here, isn't it? I don't just mean the ship, you know. I mean you. Long before anyone started calling you a hero, you were there for those in need. You did things for people when you didn't have to, sometimes even when they didn't want you to. It's kind of been easy, staying true to yourself, but we're all better for it, me included. I'll never be a leader like Conrad. Or Hien. Or my father. But I can be a friend to you all. And I can fight by your side. I can be me. And that will just have to be enough, eh? That'll be more than enough, Lise. Strange to think back on it. If we'd been standing in different places, or if the shell had struck the tower differently, it would have been me instead of Conrad, or maybe both of us. What kind of monster murders their own? Ugh. Is that smoke from Castrum, Albania? Wait, it's coming from the cannon. I can't tell what happened from here, but I can tell that it won't be giving us any trouble in the immediate future. This is our chance, Ilya, to avenge Conrad and all the others who died in the tower, friend and foe. To take Castrum, Albania and bring the bastards who gave the order to fire to justice. It won't be easy after the losses we took, but I know everyone's chomping at the bit to strike back. With the right plan, I'm certain we can do it. We have to tell the others. Come on. She would be proud of you, Lise. Yes, she would. Easier down than up, eh? Though not necessarily safer. Anyway, no time to rest. We need to convince the others to strike now, before the Imperials have time to fix their cannon. The path forward. There is no time to lose, Ilya. General Aldwin needs to know what we saw. I'm relieved the two of you made it back in one piece. I mean, I'm always am, but it's a little different now, isn't it? Well, did you learn anything of value? You look like you've got something important to say. Yes, we have. You are returned. I only hope that you bring good news. We scaled the cliffs of Nyancroft's Hope and spied smoke raising from Castrum and Albania's main cannon. I think Marshal Terrapin's right. They didn't fire again because they couldn't. The cannon seems to have been disabled somehow. Then we must attack Castrum, Albania at once. It could still be a trick, but if it isn't, we may not get a better opportunity. Bluntly, General, if it is a trick, it is an utterly baffling stratagem. Had the Imperials wished to wipe us out, they simply could have kept firing. Be that as it may, we need not risk everything to seize it. I say we dispatch a small contingent to infiltrate the Castrum and secure control of the weapon. If the enemy is preoccupied with repairs, we may be able to take them unawares. If, on the other hand, it is indeed a trick, our token force will prove an elusive target, and we will at least know the cannon is operational. Either way, it seems well worth the risk. But how are we to infiltrate the Castrum? In anticipation of a day such as this, men and women under my command have laboured long to cultivate a network of informants throughout Albania, including Radiata. Radiata is home to many who hold menial positions at Castrum, Albania, and other nearby installations. With the aid of our allies there, I believe we can secure a route into the fortress. The Resistance will handle this. You may have recruited these informants, but they'll be just as happy working with fellow Alamegans, and at the end of the day, it's our land, our responsibility. Let us do right by Comrade. I should be glad to accompany her, General. As would Alice and Ilya, I'm sure. Well then, if you're all in agreement, I see no reason to refuse you. We will make ready to march on Castrum Albania. Go, and may Ralgar watch over and keep you. Thanks for standing by me, Ilya. Together we can make Comrade proud. I knew the Alliance had spies in Garabania, but in Radiatar? Impressive. I suspect a handpicked contingent of Alamegan Brigade's finest would have been equally, if not more, qualified. But what do I know? My apologies for speaking on your behalf. It would seem my sister's forthright manner is rubbing off on me. I confess my decision to volunteer was not wholly motivated by concern for Lys, nor less Alamigo. Castrum Albania is the largest Imperial facility in the Peaks, you see, and so the likelihood that Kryl is being held captive there is quite high. Dealing with the cannons remains our main objective, of course, but if there is a chance that Kryl may be rescued in the process, I would never forgive myself if I did not take it.
Oh, yo.
Suddenly everything went blue. Ready to lead the way. Alright, Alphino. So, to review, we are to travel to Radiata, where we will meet with a contact recruited by Marshal Terrapin's agents. I took the liberty of reviewing intelligence reports while Ilya and Lys were away, so the settlement is not wholly unfamiliar to me. As the Vice Marshal indicated, the vast majority of the populace is employed as menial labour in either Specula Imperatus or Castrum Albania. Perhaps, as a result of this, the Resistance has long struggled to make inroads there. No, you have the right of it. They got a better deal than most Alamegans, feeding off what scraps the Imperials gave them. Damned if I know how Marshal Terrapin's agents got one of them to turn his coat. I understand your disdain, I do. But I also understand their desire to look after their families by any means necessary. Our contact is a Rogadin woman. She will ask us a question and we will answer with courage. She will know us as friends. Courage, right? Put together a squadron, Nargo. We'll be needing them soon. With me, my friends. And be ready for anything. You're off to the Balatros.
I've got a weight ahead of me.
What are you waiting on?
A cube.
Dang.
Because I don't imagine we're actually going to be starting.
We're not doing the dungeon today. No.
Exactly. So what I'm doing instead is I'm working on another thing, where I'm working on trying to level up my red mage to 70.
Oh, that's fair. I know you're out there. Keep an eye out, would you? Something doesn't feel right. If there were Magitech armor nearby, we surely would have heard them by now. See? What did I tell you? Let's continue to Specula Imperatus. Yes, I wish to enter. Let me in. Oh wait, nice.
Hello.
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 What did I miss?
Not much.
How many times did Onesie die?
Not once.
Hmm.
Gryffindor. Heh, nothing to it. Phew, that would have been an unceremonious ending to our tale. Of course, there were still soldiers lurking about. Fortunately, they were no match for Lys. Come, Brad Dietar is not much further. Of course, in light of our recent encounter, it would be prudent to proceed with caution and remain vigilant for Imperial forces. Dusting the road off. Oh, well, hello. This might be a problem. Sorry, sir. Wasn't meaning to get you caught in this.
Right, you're like 7th person free.
Hmm?
You're like the 7th person free today. That's why I'm being posted here on clean up duty.
Clean up duty.
And that other person is just made it 8.
Nary a soldier in sight. Mayhap we were recalled. Mayhap they were recalled to Cash from Albania. I thought they said that this was a village. It looks more like a work camp. It looks like it's safe to enter. I don't see any Imperials. I don't see smoke above Cash from Albania anymore. Do you think they fixed the cannon already? I hope not. When courage endures. What was the name of the quests? I think I'm close to it, but I don't know.
You are close. You are very close.
Yeah. You'll know because it will tell you that a dungeon is unlocked.
True. Alphino said we were looking for a Rogadin woman, right? And that we should answer her question with courage? I suppose we'll just have to strike up a conversation with every one of them until we find our contact. Let us know if you find her, and I'll do the same. I was not trying to... Please leave. So, as I was saying about this woman. Really? Is that what you're going with? I don't know you. Where did you come to Ratayata? What place is this? This is a village is home to those who labor at Kashmir or Specular Imperatorus. Think of it as an imperial slave pen. It certainly wasn't called Radiata by the folk who live here. It had a different name once, but you'll not hear anyone say it out loud. They'll earn you a visit from the corrections officers. You tell other villagers you're from Radiata, though, and it'll get you spit on. To everyone else, we're the Empire's whipped curs. We lose either way. If we're to be treated like dogs for where we were born, then we've no choice but to live like one. Ain't seen you around here before. Takes a certain kind of woman to walk into a place like this uninvited. One with courage, I suppose. Courage, you say? Well, I ain't that in short supplies these days. Better to keep your head down. Go along to survive. Call me a coward too, if you like, because I'll not speak more on it. At least not here. Outside Radiata, behind those barricades over yonder, on the other hand. Hey, was that how I think it was? Yes, it was. Well, that's a relief. Or a trap. Either way, I'll find Alphino and Alice. We'll meet you there. Not followed, were you? Good. They may have been. That all of you, is it? Then let's get to it then. Name yourselves. We are the Science of the Seventh Dawn, friends of Marshal Terrapin. Names: Stark, Stark-Woad. The rest you know, or we wouldn't be here. This is about Specular Imperatorus and the canon, isn't it?
No,
just so.
I'm asking if winter is coming.
True. Can you tell us what happened? Aye, I overheard soldiers talking while working in the mess. The cerulean pipeline fueling the cannon was destroyed by an unidentified male insurgent, they said. One man single-handedly disabled the cannon? That beggars belief. Nevertheless, that's what they said. It took a while, but they finally put the fires out, and the engineers have been working day and night to repair it. Wish I could tell you more, but the incident had everyone jumping at shadows, and I'm afraid to say much more. To make matters worse, the Alamegan help have been sent home indefinitely. so the cannon could already be fully operational. We need to sneak inside Castrum Urbania to ensure that the cannon is no longer a threat to our troops. Can you help us? Aye, that much I can do. I've pieced together a map of the interior over the years, and I know for a fact that there are multiple points of entry. Impressive. If we split into several groups, we may improve our odds of reaching the fire control center. We may be few in number, but I have faith that we can see this through. 7 days to scavenge with Thursgang. Is that an actual name of what you played and who played with you? Oh no, so we called it. I called it 7 days to scavenge because it was a scavenger hunt that Mox made in 7 days to die.
I did. I made a whole challenge thing, and I want to do it again.
True, you do. True, you do. It was a 7 days to die scavenger hunt that Mox made for the Thursgang. Great.
It'd be really fun to have you guys all fight to the death again with those hand grips.
Okay, that helps me so much because I wasn't finding shit on that title. Who all played besides you and Mox?
Snoo, Trinky, Psylapse, and Lotus, I believe.
No, I don't think Lotus did.
I thought Lotus was there.
No, I think this was before Lotus was invited into the Thursgang server. This is one of the very first things that we've done.
Oh my god, it only took 20 minutes, but I was finally able to do the
Snow Drinky, Psylapse, Mox, and Keronzi. Correct. You only just got into one. Jeez.
Yeah, I only got into the first. Him going, what were in those eggs?
I tell you, some of these resistance folks can't see the forest for the trees. Ambushing the occasional Imperial patrol won't change a damn thing. Infiltrating their castrums and learning their secrets, on the other hand. It's thanks to brave men and women like her that we still have a chance to win this war. It's good to see that even this deep within occupied territory, there are still those who will defy their oppressors. The price of freedom.
There you go. That's.
I was gonna say, I'm fairly certain this is the quest. We have that which we came for. All that remains is to make our preparations. Lise and her unit will make for our primary objective, the firing control center. At the same time, we will enter the castrum by way of the ventilation ducts, whereupon we will proceed into weapons research and create a diversion. If all goes to plan, our parties will subsequently converge, and together we will secure the cannon before finally notifying the Alliance that they are clear to attack. Sounds simple enough. I'll go and brief Naga on the details. The rest of you come with me. We'll need to deal with the Magitech patrols before you can infiltrate the castrum. Is Psylapse's name in Thursgang Freedom Sock? Currently, yes. That could change at a moment's notice. What was it before Freedom Sock?
I think it was just Sock. Apology Sock, no.
Apology Sock. It was Apology Sock. And I know that he ended up getting changed to Freedom Sock because of some conversation he had, and I put in that it was Freedom Sock.
Right.
But yes, he changed it to Sock for some reason. I'm not 100% sure why that came about, but it did.
It sure did.
I mean, currently my name in there is Mr. Sex out of wedlock.
You sure?
You did what, Ronzi?
Sex out of wedlock.
How
Oops.
disgustingly non-Christian of you.
Well, yes, correct.
You should marry them, shag them, and divorce them.
I'm about to die here.
The proper gentleman.
Spam my heal, quick! I do not have potions on my quick bar because I'm an idiot. Oh, I'm so fucked here.
Have you used the commando safely?
Nope. And I'm dying. Shut up. Please. No. Well, I'm dead. Fuck!
I'll come raise you.
Knew that one. No shins. No snooze too. Says Shin. Put a banana in your mouth. Shit. What? Thank you. No. Quit your laughing. Alright, let's try this again.
And yeah, I want to know what having a banana in my mouth is about. Too. Please. Right.
We care about your potassium intake. There could be no other reason.
I didn't say it was a good Christian stream, I just said it was very unchristian behaviour.
It's very much not a Christian stream.
Well no, we're playing the devil's game.
No, it's not Tuesday.
You know, a stat-based RPG. Yeah, you can try and hit somebody.
Good Christian stream. No, this really isn't.
You dying again?
Well, I was taking a beating. I was able to survive that one.
Are you in like level 50 gear or something?
Level 60.
Almost as bad.
We're almost through this. I'll survive. Quickly and quietly, so as not to raise the alarm. Here's hoping there aren't too many of us. Too many for us to handle. Almost there, friends. Your point of entry is just around the bend up ahead. The last patrol should be here any moment. Once you've dealt with them, we'll be clear to advance. Assuming they keep to their usual schedule, it might be prudent to stand watch for a moment after, just in case. Excuse me. By Ralga, I knew you lot were good, but I never expected you to defeat them so swiftly. Ilya is the finest warrior I know, and I should like to think we have learned something from our time in her company. Now, where is the entrance to the duct? Right behind you. I've mapped the breaches, so you should have no trouble reaching the hangars or any number of other places. Understood. Thank you again for your invaluable assistance.
Is that why she's not wearing any?
Probably. As discussed, Ilya, we shall infiltrate the castrum and cause as much chaos as possible. This will draw the Imperials away from Lise and her men, thereby allowing them to safely reach the firing control center. If there's nothing else, I'll return to the Resistance forces and show them to their entrance. May Relgar guide you to victory. This is your last chance to make any preparations, Ilya. When you and yours are ready, we shall begin. And it's unlocked.
Righty.
Which is where we will end for now. The Alliance is counting us to deal with this cannon. With that cannon. Failure is not an option. It won't be long before someone realizes their armor is missing. We have to hurry. Do we? Cause chaos, break tables, throw pots, pegging, smash windows. Yes, Gray.
Let's give it a wait. Let's give it a week.
Yeah.
We can wait a week.
Yeah, we can wait a week. It's fine. They'll keep.
Yeah.
You mean I've got to hold this pose for a week?
Yes.
God damn you.
1 whole week. And you already broke the pose. Alright. Trying to punch the door down the air. Okay, Shin, that's going to work.
At my level, it might.
Yeah, it might. Mox, you might be able to throne getting me your snooze picks, and then I only need Scilabs.
Uh,
2 for 1. Okay. 2 for 1, getting me your and snooze. The profile pics on Discord, I would assume, is what you... Oh, no, is it that, or are you wanting the reactives? Yeah, the reactive pics, apparently.
I'll see what I can find. I don't remember where those actually were stored.
Yes.
Exit the volatile zone, because I technically have something else I could be doing. One of the things I did while I was stepping out there was getting the mail. My copy of Xenoblade Chronicles X arrived in the mail.
Oh, nice.
And then I went out to go and put it into my Switch, and then because Chalk and I have the exact same Joy-Cons, I got his confused for mine.
Oh.
So I put it back.
Yeah.
All right, YouTube. Thank you very much for watching. Now, I know what they said at the beginning about there being some kind of passphrase. Well, I lied. Probably because some of you probably just skipped all the way to the end to get it just to prove me wrong.
No, I'll put it in.
It didn't exist.
The passphrase is going to be "Zombies are people too."
You can type that if you want, but it's not going to get me to acknowledge that you've done it because it's not come from me. It's come from Mox. You could go back into the video, find something in there that was funny to you, and comment about it. I would like to know. But just watch the entire video, please. It just makes more sense to do it.
Remember, the passphrase you had to use was "What's their face?"
What's their face? Sure, okay. I know exactly who you're meaning. Gracia saying pegging. That's checks. Mock spouting nonsense. Anyway, if you have made it to here and you haven't hit that subscribe button, haven't hit the like, or haven't left a comment, please do so. I really would appreciate it. It helps us get noticed by the algorithm. Who knows what that is doing? So only you can help us fight the algorithm, fight the power.
Fight the power.
Mox, what are we doing tomorrow? Are we eating gods?
Yes, we should be eating gods tomorrow.
Okay, so we should be eating gods tomorrow. So later today, you will see us live. There's links down below to my channel to come watch me live, to Mr. Mox's channel to watch him live, and Chalk's channel. So when Chalk is back up and able to stream again, you can go and check out his stuff as well.
Yeah.
There are other links as well. There's the Lore Objects merch store. There is my throne list. Those help me out if you could consider going there and maybe purchasing some stuff. I would be very much appreciative. But until next time, YouTube, may you stay safe in this broken masquerade.